ever wonder what to do with the old leaves of your plants, especially if that plant is your favorite plant? In this video, I'm going to share with you how I transform the old leaves of my Anthuriums to this. Hey guys, Happy New Year! It's me again, Abel. How are you doing? For this video, I actually did some fun art with the old leaves of my Anthurium plants. And what method I use? That's the heavy bulk method. So you guys, I've been very stressed lately because of the bad infestation of thrips I had. Like what I've talked about on my last video, I've had a very bad infestation of thrips. But luckily, 100% I don't have any more, and I'm 100% pest free now. But we're not going through all of that because I'm done talking about the... But for this video, I made a fun art with some old leaves of my Anthuriums. I actually collected them because, you know, I don't want to throw them because those are my favorite Anthuriums, and you guys know that it's hard to find Anthurium plants here in Canada unless you know a private seller and some seller coming from international. So yes, I actually transformed some of the leaves that I collected to this form, and this is actually my philodendron serpent. And if you guys don't know, when I started collecting Anthuriums, I don't have any idea on how to care for those plants. But time came, my Anthurium successfully produced a lot of leaves and produced a beautiful inflorescence. But unfortunately, I was not able to keep them alive due to the thrips. So what I did, I decided to cut those leaves and, you know, decided to preserve it by using the method of my heavy book. So this particular book is from my nursing book, and you guys know nursing book is not light. They are very heavy. And I chose one of my nursing book with this thick size. You guys can see, maybe that's like about 2 inches thick. I decided to place the leaves that I cut or removed and place in between of the book that I chose. And you don't have to be perfect, but make sure that leaf will be fit inside of the book, like in between of the pages. So guys, this is how I transform some of the Anthurium leaves that I collected and place it in the frame. And this frame, actually got it from IKEA because, you know, you can always find any size or different sizes from IKEA because they carried a lot of home products. So if you guys can tell, this is my Anthurium rugulosum, and you can find this one on my Instagram post. It's really pretty, but unfortunately I was not able to keep it alive because of the thrips. And this one here is my Anthurium vigii X, I believe. I'm not quite sure why they name it like that, but that's the name of it. And of course, these two here, this one and that one, is my Anthurium 4GD hybrid. I'm not also quite sure if I'm saying it correctly because I don't know how to say the scientific name of this one properly, I should say. So this over here is my Anthurium Ace of Spades. Actually, this is very interesting because I don't know if you guys can tell, this one here is a red form, and it's really sad because, like I said, I was not able to keep it alive as well together with my rugulosum. But you know, I still have the rugulosum, but not as big as this one and not pretty as this one as well. And lastly, I have my Anthurium warocyanum, and this is the dark form. And again, it's very sad because I was not able to keep these all alive. And that's why I decided to preserve it and place it in one of my textbook. So that's how I did it. And if you guys can tell, I actually used the heavy book method. You can always find any types of book you wanted from your bookshelf. And of course, if you don't have any, you can always find it from your local library if you wanted to borrow for a longer period of time. Or also you can find it from Dollarama or a thrift store. But make sure whenever you use the textbook method, make sure that you have enough space to place the leaf or whatever sizes of the leaf you will be placing in between of the book, because in between of the pages, because you know some leaves it varies in sizes and shapes. Like these two leaves, actually they're pretty long, and you have to make sure that you're using a huge book to place these leaves on because it's hard to place sometimes. So what I did, I place it vertically, but then how do you call it, like slantly. I had to place it slantly just to make sure that it's fitting enough inside of the pages. And of course this one as well, it's not too bad for these two, but for some of your, you know, huge leaves, one of my Philodendron gloriosum, I wanted to place it in the book, but I don't have that huge, you know, source of book to place that leaf. So I'm still thinking what to do for that. But you guys, a lot of people are using wax. They use wax to coat the leaf on just to have it preserve really well and nice and perfect. And they also place it in microwave to make it dry easily and fast. For me, I've waited for quite some time to have these leaves dry, but I guess can't complain. I already placed it in the frame and I like the result. Also guys, you don't have to be perfect like I said, but just be mindful about the leaf if good to go to place in the frame. Like this one here, you guys can see I don't see any green spot, and that means it's good to go to place in the frame. And if you guys can tell, if you use a heavy book method, this is going to be the result. Like it's very thin. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's very thin and it's perfect, but just be mindful about some green spots. That means it's not that 100% dried yet, but I just want to show you this spot over there so you guys can tell. So that one and some spots here at the back as well. So like I said, this is my Philodendron serpens and my Biphinifolium philodendron. And I also have my pool water cano, and this is in a light form, and I got this one from Indonesia. And my another Ace of Spade, which I was not able to keep it alive. So as you guys can tell from this one, it's not fully dried yet, and this one is dried. And also guys, I just want to show you the difference of the Anthurium forgedi and the hybrid one. So this is the hybrid, and as you guys can tell, it's actually a variegated one. I don't know what happened to the chlorophyll, but it turned in a variegated form. And you can tell it has a split in the middle. It's not really a split because it's connected all together, but there's a space in here compared to the round form. This is the forgedi and this is the hybrid. So if you guys can tell closely, they're pretty much the same. It's just that this one have a space in the middle and this one doesn't have. It's a round form. So it's pretty cool, huh? So guys, that's all what I did to some of the old leaves of my anthuriums. And if you guys are interested to do this as well, it's pretty cool and fun to do it. You just have to make sure you have the right materials. You don't have to be perfect. If you have an old leaf that you wanted to discard, then I suggest to collect, press, and preserve so you can transform those old leaves into a beautiful art like this. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys like it. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please don't forget to follow me on my Instagram at Abel. And please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon on my next video. Bye!